Online School of English by Alex Rubinoff.
Hello guys, welcome to our phrase trainer. I'm glad to see you, and today we'll have a bit unusual practice because first we'll start with two phrases at once. Let's have a look. As you see, we are still working on that, and we'll inform you as soon as we finish the task. Yeah? So here you can see that we use the word as. As you see, we use the word as in both situations, but it has a bit different meaning. So here, we just refer to some common knowledge, yeah? I know that you can see that we are working. So as you see, we are still working on that. And in the second sentence, you can see that we kind of compare or like we put them in a line, some two states, for instance, soon and we finish the task. So as soon as we finish the task, we'll inform you about it. So we connect two things here and use the word as. So let's practice first this connection thing, as. Please guys, don't forget to stop the video to repeat these sentences after me, right? Позвони мне как можно скорее, пожалуйста. Call me as soon as possible, please. Она бежала так быстро, как только могла. She was running as fast as she could. Насколько мне известно, она парикмахер. As far as I know, she is a hairdresser. Это не так ужасно, как кажется. It is not as bad as it looks. Этот фильм не такой скучный, как ты описал или описала его. This movie isn't as boring as you've described it. Alright, now guys, click to stop the video and repeat the sentences once again. Okay, great. Now let's have a look at some hints that we're going to use. Seem, казаться, scared, испуганный, lonely, одинокий, much, много, для неисчислимого, recipes, рецепты. Okay. Этот лимонад не такой сладкий, как кажется. Ready? Okay, so the next one. Он не так напуган, как он говорит. Мы не так одиноки, как мы чувствуем, или как нам кажется иногда. Расскажи мне столько, сколько можешь. Они знают столько рецептов, сколько ты и представить себе не можешь. Okay, alright. Now if you haven't had enough time, please guys, now you can click to pause the video and use this gorgeous opportunity to say these sentences in English. Okay, I hope you're ready. Now let's check. The lemonade is not as sweet as it seems. He isn't as scared as he says he is. We are not as lonely as we feel sometimes. Tell me as much as you can. They know as many recipes as you can't even imagine. Okay, now guys, click to pause the video and read the English sentences once again. Alright, thanks. Now let's talk about the situations. So please look at this picture and use this kind of comparison connection thing, talking about work and time. All right, okay, very nice. Now let's talk about the other situation. We're going to think about the traffic jams, the number of cars and people who use the cars. Yeah, so try to use these as thing and say as many sentences as you can looking at this picture. Now let's talk about the other part. If you remember, we have as alone sometimes without the other as, and then it has a different meaning. So for instance, let's take a look at some examples. Don't forget to repeat after me. Как ты видишь, я очень устала. As you see, I am very tired. Как ты помнишь, мы уже поговорили об этом. As you remember, we have already talked about it. Как мы все знаем, это тяжело. As we all know, it is hard or difficult. Они наслаждаются этим, насколько я могу понять. They are enjoying it, as I can understand. Я сделал в точности, как они просили до этого. I did exactly as they had asked me, probably. Alright, now guys, click to pause the video and repeat the English sentences once again aloud, okay? Very nice. Alright, the next part, same story. Please don't forget to repeat the sentences. Yeah, and you can also add some emotions there, like those are your own sentences, okay? Как мы помним, у нее хорошо получается готовить. As we remember, she is good at cooking. Как ты знаешь, она работает учителем. As you know, she works as a teacher. Все лежит точно так, как она оставила. Everything is exactly as she left it. Я могу помочь тебе или уйти. Как хочешь, так и будет. I can help you or I can go, as you wish. Как ты видишь, они заняты. As you see, they are busy. Okay, now guys, click to pause the video and once again repeat the sentences aloud. Okay, ready? Now let's talk about the situations. Take a look at this picture and try to say as many sentences as you can using this as part, like to refer to our common knowledge or to refer to something that we remember or something else. Okay? Great. Okay, the second situation. Now think of traveling and reading and also the restaurants and some nice moments and try to say as many sentences as you can about that using that as part. Okay, ready? Gorgeous. Okay, now let's take a look at the next structure that we're going to practice today. And it's going to be the more I study English, the better I speak. So now we have a different kind of correlation. The more we do something, the better our skills become. Yeah. So let's take a look at some other examples. Don't forget to stop the video and repeat it aloud, okay? Чем больше я читаю, тем меньше мне остается читать. The more I read, the less I have to read. Чем больше она тренируется, тем более красивой она становится. The more she works out, the more beautiful she becomes. Please note the word order. Yeah? Чем дольше мы спорим, тем меньше времени у нас остается. The longer we argue, the less time we have. Чем скорее это произойдет, тем лучше. The sooner it happens, the better. Чем больше она думает об этом, тем сложнее становится ситуация. The more she thinks about it, the more complicated the situation gets. Alright, please guys click to pause the video and read these sentences like they are your own. Okay? Alright, very good. Now let's take a look at the next part. So don't forget to stop the video to repeat the sentences aloud, okay? So, чем больше я работаю, тем больше денег я получаю. The more I work, the more money I get. Чем меньше ты волнуешься, тем более счастливую жизнь ты имеешь. The less you worry, the happier life you have. Чем старше я становлюсь, тем меньше хочется пробовать что-то новое. The older I get, the less I want to try something new. Чем больше ты усвоишь, тем лучше. The more you learn, the better. Чем меньше рыбка, тем легче поймать ее. The smaller the fish, the easier to catch it. Okay? Now guys, click to pause the video and read the English sentences aloud once again with a little emotion, okay? Alright, very good. Now let's talk about these situations. Please take a look at this picture and make this kind of correlation between the more we do something, the better, the bigger, the more beautiful things we have, right? Or something like that. Say as many sentences as you can, thinking about reading, imagination, or knowledge, or traveling, or images, or characters, and stuff like that. Okay, gorgeous, very nice. Now let's take a look at the other situation. Now let's think of some kind of ideas or maybe creativity or some things that we find out, yeah, or some kind of knowledge or maybe working together. And please make up some sentences using the same structure. Yep. Great, I hope you're ready. Very nice. Now let's revise what we've learned. The first one, as you remember, was kind of double structure with as, with lots of different functions. As you see, we are still working on that and we'll inform you as soon as we finish the task. So, we are going to practice both. Please try to say aloud the English sentence as soon as you understand the idea, okay? Alright, let's start. У меня столько заданий. Сколько у тебя было вчера? I have as many tasks as you had yesterday. Сделай это как можно скорее, пожалуйста. Okay, so do it, or could you please do it as soon as possible, please. Как ты знаешь, она работает бухгалтером. As you know, she works as an accountant. Okay? Это не так ужасно, как кажется. It is not nearly as bad as it looks. Okay? Как ты видишь, они заняты. As you see, they are busy. Okay, now please guys click to pause the video and repeat the English sentences aloud as usual. Very good. And the next phrase, if you remember, the more I study English, the better I speak. Okay, so the same story, please guys don't forget to pronounce these sentences aloud in English. Okay, let's start. Чем больше я думаю, тем больше идей я нахожу. The more I think, the more ideas I find. Чем меньше ты волнуешься, тем более счастливую жизнь ты имеешь. Okay? The less you worry, the happier life you have. Чем дольше мы спорим, тем меньше времени остается. The longer we argue, the less time we have. Чем скорее ты придешь, тем лучше. Okay. The sooner you come, the better. Чем больше я читаю, тем больше я знаю. The more I read, the more I know. Okay? Now guys, click to pause the video and as usually, please read the English sentences like they are your own. Okay? Great. Okay. So then thank you very much for watching and for your attention and have a great week.